Not got the gimbal this morning, so it could be a bit bouncy. It's not bouncy, mind you. I'll be very upset. I spent a lot of money on that gimbal. Anyway, I'm not working in the office this morning. I'm working here, my favourite coffee shop. I'll explain why in a minute. This is what we're here for. So today I've got to make my slides, and as you can see, I am starting from zero. This is going to be the real grind, alright? I absolutely hate this bit. Nothing done yet. I can't copy any other slides straight in. Got to start everything from scratch. I've got to decide what's going to go on what slide. I've more or less sketched out what's going to be on my slides. I just have to actually put that together now. This is really hard, tedious work, and that is why we are here today. I'm going to do a proper video on this later, but an essential part for being able to relax and focus and concentrate on a tedious task like this is being in an environment that helps you do that. Different people have different places that work for them. For me, it's one of my favorite coffee shops. I know that if I come here at the right time of day, I can get started on any tedious teeth grinding work. Now, because I've started this preparation late, should have started a week ago. I've only got 1 week left before I have to make the presentation. I'm going to have to spend all day on this. And this is why I always say 2 weeks, right? I really need to be in the lab this afternoon, but I can't go to the lab this afternoon now because I've got to drop everything else and focus on this presentation. That really sucks. Right, so the first thing we've got to decide, and for me it really is pretty much the first thing, is the theme of our layout, of our design. If we look here, you see we've just got a white page. Now white pages are really bad. They're really boring for one thing, and when we go back to real presentations in real rooms, they're much too bright. Always choose something a little off-white. There are many ways of doing it, but I have an old theme that I use for my old presentations. Let's have a quick look. Okay, now this is not going to come out very well on this screen, but this is a theme that came with a really old version of PowerPoint. I like it. It's just off-white enough, but still bright enough to look nice on a projector screen, and it doesn't make the pictures look weird either. Time to get out my linear draft that I made yesterday. Now I've got to take that theme and build up my slides. This is the teeth grindingly dull part. Now, things were a little hard going for a minute there. I was about to put the tunes on, but just like that, I had a whole bunch of ideas. I'll show you the proper slides later, but this is one of the important points of coming somewhere where you know you can focus on this work. I was about to put the music on, and then bam, 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 had a whole bunch of ideas. They just came straight out. Lovely. Well, that's the first draft. I've got pretty much all of my text down, I think. I'm budgeting 12 slides. I think I'm going to be talking quite a lot for some of those slides. So I reckon 30 minutes talking, 20 minutes audience participation should be just about right. Got the tough bit to do now, which is to find all the images that I want. That's going to be particularly hard. For a research presentation, usually you already have all of your own images and you can just cut and paste them straight in. This is not my research, so I've got to go online, see if I can find some free to use images and paste them in. Problem is, I've got a lot of text on my slides. I really don't like that. I do not like slides with too much text, but they are bullet points. They're not long sentences, they're not long paragraphs. So I think it's going to work. All right. Well, anyway, that's me done for a minute or two. I'm going to have a break. I'm at home now. I'm got my laptop right here, and the next thing I have to do is find some pictures to go in my talk. I can't just download an image from the internet and use it as I like. I need to be sure that I've got the rights to use it. As this is a simple presentation, I don't have a budget to buy any images anyway. So I'm going to have to go online, shop around, see what I can get for free. I'll probably have to sell my online soul to get some free images. It might be easy, it might be really difficult because, you know, most of the links you find, if you put in free images, most of the links you'll find are not at all free. I'm going to have a look around and I'll let you know how I get on. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu.
失礼します。
Hi, mashita. No work today, it's the weekend. And I've still got 4 days to go before I have to make the presentation, so that should be plenty of time for me to get the images into my presentation. Start early and everything's nice and easy. Because I didn't start 2 weeks early, it's still going to mess up my work schedule, but at least I can still keep my free time. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you've got a weekend, then why not just work through the weekend and finish 2 days early? Nobody ever does that. Or you're thinking, why not work through the weekend and you can start 2 days later? That's what everybody does. But you need to protect that free time. Firstly, and most importantly, you need to de-stress. If you're a student and you're making a presentation, then almost certainly you'll have other assessments to do as well. If you're a researcher, then almost certainly you'll have a bunch of results that you need from the lab to go to that conference or wherever it is that you're making your presentation. And by taking time to relax and unwind, you can make sure that you keep doing your best quality work. The other reason, which is really important, is that it's when you're relaxing that your brain has a chance to work on your projects and your ideas in the background. It'll be in the middle of the weekend where you suddenly stop and think, oh, I should put that thing in my presentation, or oh, I forgot to put that thing on, or oh, this is a great way to illustrate that concept or show those results. Okay? You really need to prioritize your free time, and that means planning your schedule around it, include it into your working schedule. And for a presentation, that means getting started 2 weeks before your deadline. Quick pro tip. When working on your presentation, it always helps if you can remember what you called it. So, my plan today was to get stuck into replacing my text with images as much as possible. I was really hoping to get everything done in one day. I really thought that was possible, but it turned out this morning that I was good for nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could not focus. I could not concentrate. I would get completely lost in between deciding that I needed this particular image and actually finding which folder that image was in. It was just a complete wipeout for well, not the entire morning, but a lot of it. This tells us two things. Number one, concentration can be difficult, and I will do a video on that at some point. But most importantly, you never know when you're going to have a bad day. All things like this happen all the time. It could be, a problem like mine. I don't think I slept well last night, and maybe that's it. But it could be, a virus or something like that. You might be sick. You might have all kinds of trouble coming up along the way. And luckily, I've got enough time to compensate for this. Now, it does mean I'm going to mess up my work schedule a bit. Almost certainly I'll have to work tonight. Not particularly late, but I will have to work tonight, and I don't usually like doing that much. So this is all because I didn't start 2 weeks before my deadline. If I'd started 2 weeks ago, this morning would not have been much of a problem for me. Okay? As it is, I've got to start working later. I've got to start changing the rest of my work schedule. Presentations take 2 weeks.
No, I'm not doing any presentation work today. I'm doing lab work. We've got other stuff to do. This is why presentations always take 2 weeks. I've got things to do. If this video was helpful, then hit the like button and I'll make more. And if you hit the subscribe button too, you'll know when they come out. Everyone's a winner.
Work on your projects and your ideas in the background. And what that means, oh dear, I'm knackered.